see a whole nother summer and it feel good. Stop now, top down through the neighborhood. Let the wind blow, open up the window. That girl is poison like Belleville DeVoe. We have a barbecue to do FO. Swimming pool party in the back on the low. And the plates of food will be laid out for free. Little kids, get down. I have a bus pull up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Packers going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down following the run. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they try the right side here. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. William Hayes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jeff Locke now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Kristen Michael was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Parkey missed it. That's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, they go Montgomery. So we got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Got some room at the 30. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Being chased out left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. And this is Latimer, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Looking to throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, little 360. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go. 38.
In motion, Latimer. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he gets it complete to Latimer. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They're going to look to throw. It's a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's going to air, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They run again with Michael. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to look deep down the field, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Let's go. 1.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. William Hayes in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Here's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just what? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They go to Michael again. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he finds Stills complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On the run, this is Michael. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now a give. It's Michael. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. the toss. Here's Williams. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll run it here with Michael. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they send a man in motion right. Offense looks to... And he is in! Touchdown, Miami! It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Perry able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the ground, it's Michael. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. On the carry, Michael. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Christian Michael, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 28. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now running right through it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Oh, he sheds himself free. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. They'll run with Montgomery. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They run. Montgomery. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Come on, let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Tighten up.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Ohio. Here we go. Man 38. Man 38. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, Ohio. Let's go. What? None.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Gosh, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
319.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. The toss play to Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 64 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
That would give Michael running left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.